Major changes ahead in the U.S. Congress as new lawmakers are introduced on Capitol Hill. For the first time in 4 years, Democrats no longer hold the majority in the House of Representatives.
With great confidence in our caucus, I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership in the next Congress.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will step aside for younger Democrats to take their turn leading in the minority. Congressman Kevin McCarthy is the Republican nominee to become the new Speaker.
I'm proud to announce the era of one-party Democrat rule in Washington is over. Washington now has a check and balance.
But McCarthy will find it hard to unite his own members behind major legislation as he faces significant opposition from the wing of the party still loyal to former President Donald Trump.
They have to figure out how to have consensus within their own caucus before they can even reach across the aisle. So I think it's going to be a challenging time, for a very thin, majority in the House.
New members of Congress say the narrow majority should force the two parties to work together on bipartisan legislation.
Folks are tired of the extremists on the far left and the far right, and they want people willing to work across the aisle to do what's right.
There's a lot of area of agreement if people are willing to sit down and work towards it.
And any legislation will have to pass a Democratic majority U.S. Senate under the continued leadership of Chuck Schumer.
I have a plea for the Republicans and advice. If you embrace MAGA, you're going to keep losing. You're going to lose more. The embrace of MAGA in 2018, 2020, and 22 didn't work. We welcome you to work with us on a bipartisan basis.
Despite a challenge, Mitch McConnell held on to the Senate leadership position among Republicans while recognizing their failures with voters this election.
Their impression of many of the people in our party in leadership roles is that they're involved in chaos, negativity, excessive attacks, and it frightened independent and moderate Republican voters.
But with a divided government for the next 2 years, the chances of President Joe Biden passing any major legislation are very slim. Katherine Gypson, VOA News, Washington.